At home, we have something called Ubuntu. Ubuntu says a person is a person through other persons. The solitary individual is really a contradiction in terms. I wouldn't know how to walk as a human being. I wouldn't know how to speak, how to think. I wouldn't know how to be human. I need other human beings to help me to be human. None of us comes fully formed into the world. I need you in all of your giftedness, with all your weaknesses. I need you so that I can be me in all of my giftedness and my weaknesses. It's actually quite wonderful. You could almost see God rubbing God's hands in divine self-satisfaction and saying, even if I have to say so, that is pretty smart, eh? I mean, that is pretty, I mean, it is to create, oh, wonderful. You know the lovely story of Adam and Eve. Adam is sitting in the garden and he's probably having the time of his life, enjoying himself, sitting around there with the animals and everything. And God says, it's not good for this guy to be alone. And so God says, Adam says, yeah. How about choosing a mate from these animals? And so God makes the animals pass in front of Adam and say, how about this one? Nope. What about this one? Not on your life. And so God puts Adam to sleep, and as the story goes, out of Adam's rib produces this delectable creature, Eve, and Adam awakes and says, wow, this is just what the doctor ordered. Well, it's in fact, yeah, it is a charming story, speaking of the fact that we are made for complementarity, that none of us can ever be totally self-sufficient. God creates me with my gifts, but also with my lacks, my weaknesses. And God creates you with your gifts, but also with your weaknesses, so that you and I can complement one another. We are made to live in a delicate network of complementarity, of making up for what is lacking in one another's gifts. And God can say, voila, voila, that is what I have meant you to be. And so Ubuntu says, when I dehumanize you, whether I like it or not, inexorably, I am dehumanized in that process. For my humanity is caught up in your humanity. In order to enhance my humanity, I have to work like babies, as it were, to enhance your humanity. And you think, aha, it's one of those crazy ideas the church has sometimes, eh?